I'm back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the wonderful Amir Yaz.
Hello, darlings.
What's going on?
Not much. I just realized offline that you have a birthday coming up. I have a birthday coming up. We're both Geminis. How
I
exciting.
love my
No,
Geminis.
me too.
I
Geminis
understand
are
Geminis.
crazy, but we're fun.
We are
Me
fun.
too. We have a bad reputation.
We do. We have a bad reputation. There's this thing I saw online on Instagram that said like the signs that like hold a grudge the longest. And I forgot what number one was. And not the least, but Gemini was second to least for holding a grudge. And I'm like, I would agree with that. We get over, at least I think so. We get over things very quickly. At least I do. I get over things very quickly.
Me too. I usually will do like self-regulating. I'll be like pissed for a day or 2 days, and then I'll move on. I'm like, if I hold a grudge, the person's moving on with their life. Why do they care?
Well, I am pissed usually, if at all, for a minute and a half to 30 seconds. I never get mad at people. I said this before. Now, people get mad at me, and
Yes.
then I don't cater to them. So then we just never speak again. But I don't get mad at people. I really don't. I really don't. Even when I feel like I'm going to, I'm talk myself out of it in like 1 minute. I swear, for real.
Yeah, I'm like that too. Like I have a friend that like won't text me back, has flaked on me multiple times, and now wants to celebrate my birthday. And so I put her on red for a night. I'm gonna respond to her today. Like I'm not gonna hold that grudge for weeks and ignore. Like I give it, but I'll do like a 24-hour punishment. I'll do that.
I have a friend in the Hamptons before I came here that was like, you've been quiet. And it's like, I mean, the phone works both ways. It's a very small
That part.
town. Like, you know exactly where I am. I'm not mad, but like, I'm not catering to this either. Like,
I'm not
you
catering.
know how to reach me if you want me.
Yeah, you want to reach me? We're Kim Possible. If you want to beat me, you want to reach me, you know how to do it. Like we're here. The phone goes both ways. So, anyways, but yeah.
The phone goes both ways. Okay, so let's get into some things here. Did you see this that well Kyle Richards has been she does these Amazon lives and then she always gets asked questions. She's playing dumb. She was asked about Garcel and she says, she has not heard from Garcel. Nobody has heard from Garcel. And she says she's very perplexed. She said, I just don't know what happened. Like, I don't understand why Garcel's left. I don't get it.
Girl, like the okay, fine if that's how she feels. But Garcelle is like, she was very clear. She's like, you guys didn't stand up for me. You didn't say hello to me. I don't feel acknowledged. I don't feel heard. I'm done. And the Met Gala weekend, she was hanging out with Doechii and famous people and living her best life. So I don't know if she needs this show. It's kind of like Lisa Rinna. Like she outgrew the show, and it's like, who cares anymore?
I know. I mean, like, look, the show obviously helped her
Of
career,
course.
like
Of course.
revive it, but people seem to forget that, like, Garcelle, first of all, I don't know if you saw this, she has like a development deal or two new projects now with Lifetime, and they spoke out and said, like, I think they're both sequels. I don't know if it's like Black Girl Missing 2, but it is like something like that. It's like two sequels. And they're like, I mean, she had a whole career before this. Also, listen, if I were Garcelle at this point, like you know how this game works. Anything you say in a text to Kyle or Sutton or anyone will be out in the media. If I were her, I would not comment on this until you have to go promote your next movie for Lifetime that you're executive producing. And yeah, somebody will ask you on the carpet or in an interview about RHOBH. Give an answer then, and it will go viral and it will say, Garcelle is promoting this movie. And here's her answer on why she left.
Absolutely. Why give them free press and then be on the show and then have them read your text message and talk about you and you don't get paid for it? I never understood why reality people want to be talked about once they leave. You're not getting paid for that. So,
I don't understand it either. I mean, and especially when like Yeah, I really don't understand it either. You're not getting paid. I understand like when people come on my podcast or your podcast to interview something, like, Jodie Sweetin, she'll come on. No, she has something to promote. She came on my podcast to promote a Hallmark movie. Yes, we're obviously going to talk about Full House and Fuller House for a good portion of this, but we will promote the hell out of your Hallmark movie. I understand that. And she understands it that we were not just talking about a Hallmark movie, but that's how it works. I don't really understand if I were like, these reality TV stars, I would just be like, no, I'm not doing an interview. I don't want to rehash this. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I was either fired or I left on my own volition. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
And then it goes all over in the blogs, and then it just causes drama in your life. So I think Garcelle is really smart, but Kyle is actually playing dumb, and she truly said, "I don't know I don't get it. I don't understand what happened with Garcelle.
Okay,
I
girl. I
don't
mean,
know."
I don't know if I buy that, but I also feel like Garcelle already realized by unfollowing them, she was in the press so much, and she's probably like, I don't need to do that or comment or unfollow or just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. I don't know if you saw this. So this is not confirmed, but it's not really so out there. So in Summer House, we're now starting to get into the rumors and nastiness about next season.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where I saw this, but I took notes. So like the source is like, look, they're casting. The rumor is, well, I've heard two things. I heard, first of all, everyone is coming back, and then it's going to be like a final season. It's going to feel fun, like not okay. Let me back up. Not a final season for the show, but like this is it for this cast. And then I heard, which I think is more likely, no, we're not doing that. Next season is the season is going to be a season of change. Kyle and Amanda, yes, full time, they're in. Paige still negotiating. Wants full time, but also wants flexibility not to go to the Hamptons and just stay in the city and film with Lindsay,
Oh,
which wouldn't be
I
horrible, I
love
guess,
that.
right? And full departure, right? And if not, then she will do a full, if Paige can't have that, she'll do a full departure with only guest appearances, and that basically it's going to feel like a transition season that people are definitely going and new blood is coming in and it's going to change up. But Summer House cast shakeup.
Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, that's interesting. People online were saying they would watch a show with Sierra, Lindsay, Paige, and then Hannah Burner would come back and they'd be in the city together. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I also feel like Lindsay is really pushing the whole Roni narrative. She was with Aaron Leachy the other day.
I saw.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. Without Lindsay, the show just feels empty. I just and like Gabby didn't say a word the entire first season.
Uh,
Union. I'm like, why is
nothing.
she there? Why is she there?
Nothing. And like Sierra is great. She is great, but she's not exactly the most talkative either, in a
She's not,
way.
she's not very friendly to me. Like something about her just seems like rude. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like rooting for her. Like I don't know, she's so reactionary. You're a loser. You suck. And it's like, and I agree. Like Wes is annoying. Like any interview I see with him, I'm like, ugh, like he's just trying way too hard.
And I'm not a fan of Jesse, and I am
No,
really not a fan of Carl's. That's just me.
Carl's like, ugh.
Ugh.